All right, we're gonna try something somewhat random. We just decided to play a one game of DBD today. Whatever happens, happens, and we're gonna do it live, more or less, I guess, technically. We're gonna see if we live or not. This is not content I think anybody would be interested in. I probably should be putting anything gaming related on a different channel, if I'm being honest. But fuck it, I'm gonna do it how I want to do it. Maybe I'll make some. I need to make some playlists. Is what I need to do. You know. Anyway, we're here with the Ace. Ace is my new main. He's funny. And therefore, he's relatable. Alright, so this is the 2v8 mode. On my left, you can see that there are 8 survivors and 2 killers will be in this lobby. And sometimes those killers will, you know, wait together. Sometimes they won't. Just like me, they could go into a game mode with people on a Discord call. And you probably can get a much better result if you do that. Especially if that group of people knows what we're talking about. We may see that with these killers. We may not. 2v8 is kind of a chaotic mode where you might not get chased at all. You might get tunneled out immediately. You know, it's like really random because there's so many survivors to keep track of. It can go a whole lot of ways. It really just depends on... Here, I'll give this girl and me a speed boost. We'll go up to main. Why not? I think on this map, what I found is that surprisingly few people do the generators. I always seem to be, like, on them. You can see that I've completed the first generator of the game. If you look on the left-hand side, you can see that I and one other person at Ada are repairing the... I was just looking to see if that was close to me or if I should keep on hooking. I should probably just heal this person because they'll die if the killer comes up here to check. I'll stay here to... Oh, she can heal with that, too. That's a heal, actually. That has a very special effect. Oh, boy, poor boy. See, now she's healthy. I didn't get the fast fall, but that's okay. I'll see if I can get this pyramid head to chase me or what his intentions are. Sometimes, as you can see right there, some killers will just miss the hit on the survivor and they'll get like discouraged and they'll leave them alone. So you can kind of miss their first attack sometimes, and it can be very strong to just kind of know how to manipulate your camera. The dodge. I suppose I should be teaching you the core of how this game works, because you've probably never seen it. This game mode has a whole lot of unconventional things, like the fact that I can see that guy's terror radius, or his outline, his aura, what they call that. It's pretty uncommon. It's only oh, shit! I was distracted trying to teach. I'm gonna die for that. Almost. He kicked it. He kicked the generator. He wants to defend main. Now I get to escape. Or at least I have a decent chance at escaping. I'll just leave that one alone. I'll take the injury and I'll go ahead and do something maybe more productive. Now here's a chest. Very niche. Ooh, he's trapping main. So we have a trapper and a pyramid head. These are 2. Trapper's the very first killer. He's the original. That is not helpful. I don't even know what this thing does to low-key. But trappers, if you can't... Oh, wow. What a demon. Oh, it was not where I expected it to be. Damn. Okay, well, I went down then. I went down. I was trying to disarm that, but I also didn't want to touch the goop. It puts it right in the middle of that goop. Anyway, so this is a learning experience. That's fine. So now we're on this game mode's version of the hook, which is some sort of like ritualistic entity altar. It kind of looks like a bunch of crab legs. I guess that's kind of what the entity normally has. Anyway, so this is a state where I've now lost my first health state. First hook state. You can only be hooked twice and live. On your third hook, or state like this, you will die. You will be sacrificed, I guess. It's a game of sacrifice, right? It's a silly game. It's fun. And, but yeah, the gameplay loop is actually very simple. You try and not die and shit. That's pretty much it. I'll go over here because getting saves is worth a lot of points, and I love getting points. It's a little addiction of mine. Oh, nice. One of these guys is a med kit, a medic, so we'll heal faster, and they can use that little speed burst to heal me and the other person who are within close proximity to more than half health. We'll jump on this generator. I will get the save. I love getting saves. I'm worth hella points. It's very easy to max out points in this game. After I get the sable, we can just start doing this gen. This game mode has way more generators than normal. I don't want this Sable to get seen. Give her a speed boost. Maybe she'll get out of there. She stayed, which is good. Ooh, nice. Nice stun. You can drop those pallets to stay alive. Very powerful. This like the only real resource are pallets and windows. With my build, you can see that pallet down. I might be able to pick that pallet up. I think that might be why it's highlighted. I haven't really read. No, it's just telling me that it's down for some reason. Okay, that's fair. Okay, so here's this little stumpy thing right in front of me. Is he's gonna come check this area. The pyramid head has an interesting way of shooting. He's gonna go kick the generator. Okay, that trap was there, but I'm just gonna jump on this gen until this guy continues his chase with me. I think I want to just kind of take him far away from this area. Maybe I'll just loop around. You can really just loop around these really big objects sometimes, and you'll get a little bit. I'll go ahead and actually sprint burst, and that wasn't very effectively used. I thought he might respect the pallet, as they call it. Alright, he might have just won that right there. This is the same guy we spun earlier, so I was seeing if we could get him. Anyways, what I should be looking for at this point in the game, these killers are doing right. He kind of played it in a very unconventional way there, at least I think. He kind of never fully chased me exactly the way I went. He always cut off, which is kind of risky. You can just continue to get a lot of distance. Anyway, my main thing is, okay, nice. Okay, we'll get a little reset here. If I can go and find one of those little things, we'll have a very good opportunity to live. Sure, we'll just go ahead and do that. I'm actually going to go ahead and spend a little time looking for one of those. I think that will be highly beneficial. I got to be careful of traps. We do have a trapper here. Oh, we're in a chase. Again, I think these killers might be a little decent in terms of how they play. Stun. It's probably a little bit unsafe. I don't have my sprint burst up. I know the trapper's trapped a little bit in this area. Okay, somebody else is throwing that. I'm gonna go ahead and leave. We need to kind of prioritize being safe if we can. Again, these killers might know that I'm oh no. That person's gonna die out of that trap, maybe. I'll try and disarm it. If not, ooh. Trapper can be a very powerful killer in this game mode. This guy's almost certainly gonna chase me once I do this. Ooh. Maybe I can just stealth away. I know there's a gen to work on over here. See, on the right side of my screen, you'll see a little heart with a little icon. That's called exhaustion. When you sprint, it doesn't recover. When you walk or are still, it will recover. Ooh, that's already done, I guess. These guys are really whipping our ass, if I'm being honest, but it's okay. I don't think I'm going to find one of those heals. Those heals are kind of rare. Although sometimes I feel like they're kind of... Okay, this is useless. But it is what it is. Those two killers are walking people down together. Now, this area hasn't been used, so I probably need to check a little bit of trapping locations. It's very likely, or good sometimes, to put a trap right in the corner of a building that survivals will use as a runaround structure. But anyway, that's not it. I'm going to check this little tile over here for one of those little juice dispensers. I don't know what they call it. They're not actually in the tooltip of the game. Man, this trapper's really going ham with these fucking traps. That person's probably going to end on this side of the map since they're very far from here. I'll go to that person maybe. I don't know. I'm just trying to... I really got to find one of these things. They typically put them... I got to be very careful with traps too. Oh man. All these gens are done. I need to go and find a gen that is not done and do it. I'm trying to find one of these things. But I want to check some of these loops for traps. Trap is the most likely way that I will die now. Because the trapper's just patrolling his gens, basically. Is that? No, that's not it. Yeah. He's probably trapped both doors of shack here.
I'll just spend a little time working on this. But this is not winning us the game. None of this is winning us the game here. They already popped that one. Hopefully he didn't trap these corners. He's resetting the trap. Now I really can't afford to stay here. I'll just leave. Technically, I can take him all the way across the map now. Now, if these guys are coordinated, I was going to say that that pyramid head might, you know, he's trying to swing through ballots. Pretty generally good idea. Take them all the way back up the top. This is the best way to get a lot of, like, time waste on a killer, right? Because you just run all the way up and down the map. I'm pretty sure he never trapped this window, so I'll go ahead and take the window. He'll probably just force me right back out. And that's fine. I'll go ahead and do that. Get a little bit of value out of this tile. Kind of act like I'm going to loop that, but actually I'll just loop this one instead. This guy's happy to take the stunts. He's probably just going to pick that survivor up. Because that's what you should do at this point. These guys are really... I mean, somebody's working the last gen, so this is sort of valuable to do. Maybe I'll even try and take this last guy in a chase. I'm pretty confident that I can generally perform in chases, but, you know, we got to be a little careful about what's around us here. We'll kind of just keep working on some of this stuff. I'll start the main generator, because I doubt that that's completed. Be a very powerful gen to work on last on this map, right? But I don't know. I'm not sure if we're gonna get out, boys. Oop, someone's here. Now with my sprint burst ability, wow, he also trapped this. If I see him come up, I'll just drop down. It looks like he's kind of tasked with defending the upper side. I'm not. I don't have my ability back. I'll stay here for a little bit. Hey, I accidentally messed up. Trapped that side. Now this guy's a double backer. Oh no, he didn't. Okay, we might not make it to this. Nice, we do make that. I'm gonna play off of the pallet. Kinda wanted him to pull it out. Like trying to take control of the pallet there. I have to leave this area entirely. I have a silent sprint ability, I'll take it. He's gonna leave that. He doesn't want to do that. Somebody's working a gen somewhere. Here's a gen. Now again, this is kind of like unfortunate. Somebody's on the hook over there too. The trapper's holding that. I'll start working this. This is like the generator I think they're not thinking about as much. Yeah, I'll just stay injured and do it. Who knows, man? This game is not going our way, for sure. How many people are dead? 3 people are dead. He's kicking that gen. He's probably going to check this one. No, he's not. See, again, they kind of don't know about it, almost. Because these first two... You can see the progress of a generator physically by how many pistons are moving. Every single one of those will start moving once you cross the 25% threshold. So now the third one started moving because we're in the third quadrant of the bar. So, therefore, it's moving. I think that we will be the one who gets the gens done, but we'll probably end up dying. We'll try and stick to this. I don't really know when they're given indications that the gen is getting high, or if it is getting high, or whatever. That pyramid head is still patrolling the mid-map and main. The trapper's still patrolling shack, and the gen's around shack. I still have a sprint burst. No, I failed the gen. I failed the gen. I could have... Him coming there kind of cost me a lot of time. That's all right. I'll leave, and somebody else can work on a different gen. And the problem is that most of the time they won't. All right. He's kind of got me cornered here. This guy just breaks every pallet. Now I'm in a really bad spot because I might run into the pyramid head here. He just wants to kill somebody else. I don't think this guy is very confident that he can catch me personally, which is fine by me. I want to take my time trying to get out. I'll even look for... Ooh, he might come back here. He should be... At this point, there's 3 ways to escape. And most of them are the doors. Damn, that's just a flashlight. That was not worth doing. Now, this guy could have the option here to never break this pallet. Okay, but he does. Oh my god, what is this trap? What is this doorway? I want him to follow directly behind so I can get... Oh, he did trap it. GG's, buddy. Alright, so we're going to die this game. But this is just a solo queue game. So this is about how I'd expect it to go. Hopefully somebody will get out, but I think we gave the killers a pretty tough time when it was our turn to get chased. That's pretty much all you can do. This is the game. This is the gameplay loop. How exciting, right? How exciting. Not particularly, really, but it is what it is. 2 people got out, 3 people got out. Okay. That's cool. Say GG's and you go to the next match. Anyway, that's Dead by Daylight, a 2v8 match. 15 minutes for... Would you call it a satisfying result? Well, if you think so, then maybe this game's for you. Alright, so we're going to do this killer thing. It looks like this is going to be quite a long commitment. But we'll do one more round. I want to show what killer would look like in this game for some reason. So we're going to do that. But unfortunately, it's going to take a while. I'll go ahead and put the game sounds back on. I do need to make the game sounds a little quieter. I've noticed that they're pretty loud right now. But anyway, so there's a new feature, though, which is kind of neat. For some reason, killer queue, like there's significantly, you know, this game has always operated on some sort of ratio of how many people are playing what role. Obviously, the general ratio that the average game mode wants is, I'll just let the music play, why not? It's just ambient sound anyway. Hopefully it's not too loud. But yeah, the general ratio that this game wants is 1 killer to 4 survivors playing actively at a time. You know, so their game is 20% killer based in an ideal ratio. But in 2v8, it's still technically 20%, but since it's such a rare game mode, many more people try to play killer than survivor in this mode, and therefore survivors queue into matches almost instantly because there's not that many of them relative to killers. So they're always getting into lobbies right away because the lobby is ready and waiting for the killer who waited the longest to play finally. And as a survivor, you pretty much get to play instantly. And that's always been a unique 2v8 quirk. And sometimes, you know, the game economy, so to speak, will flop. It'll become more favored to be a survivor. Like, it's easier generally to accomplish your objective of escape as a survivor because, you know, certain, you know, things in the game balance it that way. You know, the generator time or the extra time on the hook or all the little base quality of life that they've added to the game over the years. You know, this game used to be very... It's still wildly unbalanced, if we're being completely honest. But, like, it being unbalanced is part of the fun. You never know what you're going to run into in this game. All right, Billy. So this is the killer that I'm going to play. I don't know if I'm particularly good at Billy. This guy might be kind of good. But, oh, there's one of those things. Most of the time, Billy was one to curve around and hit you. Or just apparently, you know... I'm just going to leave this area. I don't know. So all the survivors typically now, this is one of the things that's changed over the years, is that survivors typically spawn on like one side of the map. Is that a trapper? Is that a trapper? Yes, it is. And he's already trapped that. So sorry to that guy. Michonne's a little bit bothered that she's, you know, I don't know. Whatever. I left him in the dust, bro. That's so fucked up. I will get these saves if I can get them. Because they're worth so many points. I'll be the greedy little bastard who gets all the points. But I think generally also, one thing to say about 2v8s, so we're still speaking, this is a very much a solo queue experience. You know what I'm doing here. And if I'm joining a lobby like this, all of the 8-person lobbies, I could never join them, right? Any of the lobbies that are going to have, like, coordinated people. Run. Run. Oh, no. Oh, he's good. He's smart. He didn't know. Okay, I'm going to see if I can get this Billy to chase me. I think that it would be beneficial for the team's longevity for the Billy to chase me. But I'll try not to be... Yeah, like, some people just don't have it in them, I think. This idea of, like, being chased. This is a really nasty setup. I'm going to see if I can get him to see me here. This is a really nasty setup to play with. Just send that. go ahead and go around this side this time. There's a lot you can do here with Shaq. Shaq is, of course, like the famous structure. He's going to go for it. I think this Billy's a little bit experienced. Now I don't even have to play that. I can go right into this pallet. If he curves well, he could. This is a great rock to outplay somebody on. I threw that out of a little bit of chicken scaredy cat. Oh, nice. Somebody gave me a speed boost. He could get a great curve here. I'm going to have to just take the hit and leave best I can. Oh, they both are going to give up on me, maybe. That's kind of an interesting occurrence there. Now, the Trapper might have trapped a lot of this area. I've never been here. He's trapped at least one, which means he's probably trapped at least three. I don't see anything. I'm just going to keep running around. They might eventually come back on me. And I think that I want to be the juicy target here. Here, I'll see if I can get a heal from this person. Now, on the right-hand side, you just saw a little indicator that actually tells me that the killers have seen my aura. They technically, if they were paying attention, they could see that I'm taking a heal. Now, this is amazing. We've gotten absolutely 0 gens. You can see how even if I'm distracting killers, like at one point, both of the killers were on me. This is a solo queue game. You are absolutely going to hate playing this game the first couple, honestly, like 100 hours you play it. I'm just going to stay on here. Somebody will get that. Somebody with it. I know the survivors on the top, the ones that I saved. And there's one of the killers. He's getting a hit. Not that many traps this game. The Trapper, I think, is not getting quite as many traps as the other guy used to at all. All right, the Trapper might be coming to us. He might be setting traps. All right, looks like he's going to possibly be on us. I'm really worried that he's trapping. Oh. They're not on the pallet. These people are walking off of the pallets. This is not good. Oh, shit. I got both killers near me. We don't want to get identified here. This is the new killer skin, by the way. This is Aaron from Attack on Titan. Pretty cool. All right, he's chasing directly. He's already really fast. He's like surprisingly fast, I would say. I'm going to chase him here because I think some of the gens we've already completed are here. I'm just going to keep going. Oh, we got somebody, so he's going to go pick that up. I don't know. We're kind of getting, our team is really not doing so good. It is what it is. Is this person injured too? I'm not sure. Who is this person? This is the Fang. I'll just stay injured, honestly. I think it'll be... Wow, they already tunneled one person out. Mama Shiro. Apparently we had a very fun and interactive game this game. He died very quickly. This is not really one of the gens I want to work on, but in an unhealthy state, I'll still work on it. You know, I still think that there's main and other gens to do. So we'll do that. These killers seem to be focusing on the mid-map well. That's the kind of the general strategy, by the way. Is to hold a certain area of the map and prevent these generators from completing. That's the entire objective of the game. All right, now I'm going to go back, and again, I like to focus on survivability of things, and I know that this Trapper's trapped a few loops that are quite strong that I could still use in this area, and I want to. I'm going to try and do a more central gen during this. Wow, like this Billy is just hitting these survivors like senseless. You know what I mean? Wow, this guy's actually trapping this. He's trapping everything. Okay, now I've got to deal with both of them. You know, there's just a trap here, so GG's. Yeah, the Trapper can be quite deadly for these situations. Pretty much the easiest way to get instantly caught, regardless of skill level. If you walk on a trap and it's your only sense of security, well, then you're going to have a lot of fun. This guy immediately gets the down. dip because I think he might want me. Goes for the pick. All right, I'm going to go to where I was trapped and disarm it and then start working the gen by it. And that'll be pretty much all we can do. We're in a bad spot now. We're definitely in a tough spot, I'd say. We could be attacked from the trapper on this angle or from the hillbilly on that angle. But we don't have any terror radius yet, so we'll just keep working on this. Wow, these guys are really decimating this team. This team is really unprepared to play the game at this level. He's going to re-trap. He didn't trap. Still not in chase, so this is kind of a free distance gainer. I don't know where he's at, honestly. I'm dead. I should have used my sprint burst there. I was saving it for this purpose, but I wasn't sure. He didn't do exactly what I thought he would do. Again, I think these might just be good killers. You won't really know until the end of the map, though, if these are good players or not. I just think that this is mostly an instance of survivors not really having a good grasp on the fundamentals. Like you can see here, a person standing still. An extra person coming for save, which is fine. But basically, standing still, crouching. This is like what you might call waiting for hatch gameplay. You know, people who are really not... Technically, this class can heal themselves, by the way, after unhook. I'm not really using this to the advantage you can use it. These are both PC players, the killers. You can tell because it doesn't have this little net icon. If they don't have the net icon, then they're PC. Generally, not to be consolist, but generally PC players play at a significantly higher level than a console player does, but maybe on the killer side. Killing definitely, it rewards you to have precise control of your mouse for some of the more insane lunges you might have to pull off. It can be challenging to get them otherwise. I'm not sure where this person is. They might just chase me. I mean, like, they have almost nothing left to do. There's like 2 survivors left in play. So it makes no sense for him not to chase me. But this is what I mean by these are like experienced killers here. They're playing the map, not the players, you know? They are just trying to control the map pretty well, I think, and that's working out. There's one guy who's already basically dead on the hook. I don't know. We kind of just didn't save him, I guess. We took too much time healing. Now here, though, is a lucky little thing that can happen is they'll give you the hatch. Hatch is a way to instantly escape. But, yeah. Okay, so both of these are, you know, we would call these professional level players. Like, they play the game almost for a living, right? So, that's why we got beat down so hard. These guys, again, they don't play the objective. They're playing the purpose. One's running the Shadow class, which I think suppresses maybe Heartbeat, which is extremely deadly for Billy. Very good way to do it. And I don't know what Brute does. I will actually take a look now at what some of the options are in terms of builds on the killer. We're still waiting for Q. We still have 13 minutes to wait. I suppose we'll play one more. Let me see what these things do, shall we? So, he has some immediate buffs this round. He's going to chainsaw us faster and decrease cooldown, so it's a little less punishing when you miss. Send a survivor to a cage of corruption to become undetectable, followed by 60-second cooldown. One and cooldown within 32 minutes of your teammate. Gain haste. That's pretty interesting. So sticking together makes this even better. You can get your undetectable back faster. Whenever teammate begins a chase, their aura is revealed for 4 seconds, so it actually entices you to go and kill your co-workers, survivor. And really, this is a strong strategy that we use. I think that we'll just rock that. It seems like a smart way to play it, but you don't know. I won't know who I'm playing with generally, and what the builds do. Oh, sorry. Wait a minute. No. Okay. I'm still in the queue. All right, we'll go ahead and try and play one more. I'm not sure how it'll exactly work. If I'm not here, when I'm, you know what I mean? I don't really know. And it only takes 12 seconds to get a survivor game and 28 minutes to get a killer game. So that's, you can see the big difference there. It's kind of like, this used to not be a thing, though. You'd have to wait all 36 minutes, you know, 28 minutes or whatever it was. It's like brutal. It's not very interesting, but yeah. Okay. So we can play different classes here too. We've been playing the Escapist class. It's probably, I'd say, one of the stronger ones. But if you have a bunch of people who are coordinated running Medic, or even Scout, Scout's an interesting one because you can kind of, I'll stay on, there's not that many Escapists. Escapists is generally, they really are a very strong class. You get a speed boost, you get a sprint burst on demand. You know, like, there's nothing stronger than this ability to sprint when you want to while already running most of the time. Like, this is not a thing you can do in most of the normal game modes without specific. Exhaustion, so we'll go ahead and read it. What does it do? Push the activate ability to activate Silent Rush. Anybody within 12 meters, including myself, will get 50% haste, which is the sprint burst effect. And basically, you can run all over the map really fast. Very powerful ability. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. This one has to be fast. I'm hoping that we'll have a group of maybe better survivors and maybe a little less like we're going for montage YouTube content. You know, like these guys are trying to say, here's how you dominate the game as these killers. You know, here's a perfect, you know, they're probably making a YouTube video, or I mean, they're just streaming, I suppose. I'm not really going to check them out here, but I'm sure they're good at players. You know, this is kind of the, you know, quote unquote unemployed levels you might expect to see. And immediately we're going to see that it's the Nemesis who's got a perfect spawn on a zombie, breaking up the enemies. There's a lot of people stealthing already. I want them to take me. Oh god, these guys are trolling. I think these guys might be trolling a little bit. Another zombie in front of us here. Another Billy. I think these killers might be here to do good. I don't think they're the same killers. I can't imagine that that's possible since, again, killers have like 30 minutes they have to wait. Now, this is one of the more central gens on the map. This is a good one to do. Sometimes you might be, the Billy has to be a different player. Now, the Billy's getting people good, man. This is what determines whether you're going to have a good map or not. If your Billy can land his chainsaws, like, you're almost certainly going to have, like, a soul-crushing game. You know, and it seems like we're facing good Billies, like Billies who, I think that they're good versus the solo queue, like, dummies, if I can put it a different way. Wow, that girl's literally right here for that. Go ahead and, wow. Okay, this person might be a bit of a troll. That person's got shadow on. That is, like, definitely probably Billy's meta, is just being next to you without you really being able to know it for sure. I wonder if he's gonna like switch to me, but I'm like, I try to be conspicuous about this. She's just in the middle of nowhere. Ah, fuck me. I just don't want to be where the killer is. I'll actually just drop this because I don't think that this guy has like actually zombies here cutting me off. He has to, basically, he has to break that with his hands, which can be a strong way for him to waste time. If he doesn't hit you with his whip, which I don't think the Nemesis is really using. Okay, he's got a, you can see the blue next to the people's names. Are you joking? Are you actually joking? I mean, can you imagine? Okay, these guys are just trolling. So we have a couple survivors who aren't doing any real objectives. I can't believe that zombie was right there. Anyway, I don't know if these guys are actually trolling, but they're clearly in comms memeing. I mean, I can't really imagine this is a real playstyle. But, dude, this zombie, though. Yeah, break him. Team is not doing well. Gen efficiency right now is 2 people working gens out of 8. 1 out of 4 in a normal situation. Dude, these zombies are going crazy. Look at these guys. I'm actually so annoyed. I'm so annoyed by these zombies. How in the fuck are they only where I am? I walk up to a hook, and there's a zombie there. God damn it. I don't know what to do. I'm just going to break this damn totem for a second. I don't know how many zombies he gets on this mode. It must be at least 3 or 4. Because this is a pretty excessive Maybe Nemesis is quite a strong combo for just general gen defense. This guy is just silent as a bell. He must have hooked somebody recently. They didn't get the save. That's something you can do. You can use the flashlight to save your friends, potentially anyway. This is a vaccine that prevents the Nemesis's whip from downing me, or technically a zombie, but the zombie and the Nemesis whip apply the same amount of infected to you. Well, it's just one. Either hit, you know, will get you blue if you're not blue. Otherwise, it'll take a health state, which could obviously result in you dying. So the fact that that zombie was camping the hook, I think the zombie should have some sort of invisible wall around hooks. There's no reason why a zombie should be able to, I suppose, move in that way. These killers are really dominating these teammates. What you can also see is this is the problem with Dead by Daylight, is a lot of people don't really like move towards the objective the way they're supposed to. You might see us all healing and come for us, but most people don't really do the objectives of the game. They come in here with side objectives, like, oh, I'm gonna see how much I can crouch this game, and see how much I can not be chased by the killer, you know. Oh my god, this damn zombie's here to defend this gen now. Okay, that girl takes her away. I don't know. We really need to do any gen, no matter how good of a position it is. We're like getting, these guys are getting absolutely steamrolled. I need to take the killers on some sort of chase, but I don't know. I always try, like, it just seems like if I'm not doing gens, nobody is. Like, that is the solo queue experience, of course. All right, he's got vision on me. He's got vision on me too. That's the power here. I'd rather get hit by this guy. They're trying to corral me into a situation. So I'm going to go ahead and take the opportunity to leave along. This is like kind of, I think, the difference. I'm just going to go down here. He might actually try and send this, or he might wait for the other guy to get here. He's getting a lot of distance here. Huh? Okay, he might have never been he might have not been revving, and you're seeing what also makes this game kind of interesting is how many bugs are in it. You know, I can't properly mind game this because I think he's holding his ability. This girl will have to get off. I don't know if she knows I'm here. Wow. This is another thing about solo queue, right? Like, you might have a player who misses something like this. Like, oh, this guy was hooked next to me, a zombie's coming, maybe I'll use this moment to get away from him. But, you know, they don't. She kind of gave me a half heal. That's nice. I can take this class, again, I didn't use this any of the other games. But you have the ability to heal yourself after you're hooked once. Very strong. Especially versus, you know, killers who have to hit you twice. This guy is still being the Billy that we know and love. I don't know. I really think that was just definitely a big bug. Where the killer was fully, like, forever revving. But he's really just trying to play the fucking Z-wall. That's not even a Z-wall, though, and so it's really weak. It's an L wall. This is for losers. Anyway, this is another thing, like, it's just another game where I think that the survivors are maybe a little too timid or nervous or whatever you might want to call it. They're not very experienced in the game. That person's probably dead. Like, people just don't do generators, I think. The only gen that are popping are only the ones I seem to participate in. With, I think, one exception. I think one other person got gens this game. I'll go ahead and do this one that's in the open. Oh, there's a Nemesis. Now, this is kind of a risky gen for most people to do, but as an escapist, I think that I might be a good candidate to do it. So, again, we've already lost this game, by the way. I mean, damn, this fucking zombie's here to defend it. That's crazy. Nemesis might be, like, meta in terms of creating these distractions. Okay, we're going to have to deal with the Nemesis now. taking a little risk going forward. When he doesn't see me, I'll run around in a way where maybe I'll just create a little distance. He's probably going to pull up, and I'll just keep on running. It's really fast. I'll just go away from him. There's this damn zombie at this loop. This is very bad for me. Okay, he's just going to take the M1. I'm running places that I know there probably is no generators and, you know, not a whole lot to do here. Trying to play the walls as best I can. Very little chance I don't die here. He actually got the regular hit. Oh, I did a big mistake here, possibly. I'm dead. The only thing I could potentially do is hit this upstairs window. Waste as much time as possible. I think he can't hit it in time. Oh, he's going to get that. Good for him. He finally got one, right? Reinforcements were coming. I feel like we're wasting an adequate amount of time, but we've just lost the game because most of the team didn't participate in the early game generator moment. They just used a lot of crouching. This is it's about 50-50 PC players. We've certainly lost the game. I think I'll just take this opportunity to die if I can, honestly. I think my killer Q should be ready. Hopefully it won't like expire or something. I also don't think these guys are likely to save me here, so I'm just going to mute the game. But yeah, so what could have gone better is definitely like people, and this is like the thing that kind of frustrates really long time players, is the main thing you really have to do is just try not to be super wasteful with your time. It's really all it comes down to is you have to kind of pick some objective that furthers the team's objectives. Really, there's only one to do, which is generators. But sometimes people will do nothing. Even they won't save, they won't heal, they won't even maybe try for an item. Like they just won't do productive activities. They will crouch until they're certain that they think the gen that they want to work on is safe. And they can really drag the entire team down, you know, very heavily. Okay, so here we go. Now we are first in queue. When we come out, we're going to probably get put into the first lobby. Let's see about some of these other abilities. I definitely think I want to use Shadow. But I'll try and quickly just investigate what other things you can do. I think I'm the only killer in here so far. Let's see. So the other guy's using Brute. So what does Brute do? I can't actually view it. If I'm... Who's this killer I'm with? This is what I don't know. I don't know. Oh, here we go. I'm with a trapper. All right, cool. He gave it up. All right, let's just do it. I'm not going to try and investigate this. If I'm at all interested, I'll do it after. But yeah, there are certain other things that you can do. But I think that generally this trapper shadow combo seems to work well. I don't know what is best on the trapper in this situation. But I have, for the record, though, you're about to see me play killer. I'm not experienced on Billy anymore. I used to play him tons. But I do not know how he handles in this event. I do not know how he handles, like, generally anymore. I used to have it so that the controls are on Q and E for turning, and I felt like that was a way to kind of make a mechanical, replicable result. But now it's mostly like a mouse-based turning. So I don't really have any expectations other than to kind of get bodied, especially if we face any good survivors, you know? You can absolutely get, you know, you saw me chasing against the Billy. You can absolutely evade Billy if you understand what he can and cannot curve around, principally, but also, like, many players don't have the skill level to, you know, even do it in the first place. I'm just going to try and pick across the map. Okay, Q and E still works, so I do still prefer to use that. Survivors are likely to be over here. I almost got a cross map. Alright, we got one. We'll just hook him right now so he can't crawl to the pallet. And this also gives us undetectable, so it's quite powerful, I think. I'm just going to leave. See if I can find what the trapper's... The trapper's going to look at people. Yeah, you see that? And when he looks at them, I'm going to see them now. And all of a sudden, I can be part of the chase. Trying to get one of these curves. I think the survivor's good. I'll chase one who's a little bit worse. I'll see if I can actually still use my undetectable to sneak back up on this gen I know they're working on. The survivor might not know where to go. Go ahead and do this. Not exactly great. They got one gen so far, so they're doing well. This has got a blast mine repair man here. You can tell that. Nice one. And Felix DCs. I don't know who that is. Anyway, that was pretty solid. We used that well to our advantage. Just kind of go. These guys are definitely doing gens properly. You know, they're doing well, I think, with the generators. I'll go ahead and kick this because I think there's an ability you get. I'm not entirely certain, but I think you sometimes get wall hacks when you kick, but I don't really know that. Certain classes definitely do. I've seen people run it on Nurse and other places like that. We'll just check some gens that are far away. I'll run this guy into this trap if I can. There we go. Now I am the trapper. Go ahead and get him right up. Alright. Go ahead and kick this. There's still a trap nearby. People will probably want to run shack or other places. I saw a survivor by that pallet. They're just running now. Again, okay, this is the good survivor. Hold on. We'll chase this survivor instead. Damn, the bush is way big on this than you expect. I'll go ahead and take the M1. I think these survivors are good enough that I want to take their health states from them and make them play in a different kind of way. Okay, she's trying to protect her friend, which I can appreciate. Wow, she makes that. These guys might be good. There we go, mopping them up now. They did well, though. These guys are playing well, I'd say. I think they thought that maybe I was not very good as a killer, possibly. I don't know, but either way, go ahead and lock on. Well, now we're in overcharge. This is something I'm not really farming, by the way. You can completely farm overcharge, and it'd be quite powerful. Overcharge is actually the key to Billy, and I don't really do it. Nice, this guy went in there. That's so unlucky. That's so unlucky. It's like viciously unlucky. These guys are doing good, though. Oh, this poor guy, dude. He don't know. He don't know. He don't know. Anyway, we're doing all right with the Billy this time. I'd say we're doing fine. They're doing good on the gens, though. Again, this is like a pretty competent team, I think. Oh, also, you can't even see all of the generators on the map. So you might actually genuinely forget that somebody's working on this. Wow, they actually installed that there. This is not very high, but I'll go ahead and play. I'm going to do it. Okay, there's a bunch of people at the back of Shack. I can just see them for some reason. Now, they can't all play Shack. This poor guy, bro. This guy might have a flashlight, might not. He's kind of in a bad position. My other killer's already there. Nobody could have Dead Hard in this mode, so it's fine to just take the M1s. I feel like we're being a little ruthless to him, honestly. I don't know. Can't really say for certainty. There's a survivor running in the distance. Trying to make my way over to him. I want to kind of like keep him here by revving, but I really don't want to do that. Okay, this guy I think is a little bit confident. I kind of would be fine to just chase him and see where I can take him to. Ooh, here's a person. I'm fine with her throwing that. I kind of want to see if I can cut this person off. Oh no! I missed! That's so funny. All right, hold on. Oh, nice. This girl's gonna body us, sir. You can hook that one. I'll go ahead and leave. There's a cross-map person. I can see them. Damn, this person really wanted to prevent that kill. There's a guy with a flashlight behind. He wants to save. Oh, they're actually doing extremely good on gens, by the way. Absolutely crushing us, generally speaking, on gens. All right, this is an unaccessible. I think they might be using the healing items relatively well. Shaq is probably one of the better gens that you could do at this point in the game. Oh, but he's got it trapped. We're not coordinating at all. This is two random motherfuckers. All right, well, that's that one. I don't know about this guy, bro. Yeah, he's trying to play safe on the pallet. Oh, this is just a bot. Just a bot. So the bots just play the pallets, basically. Somebody with a chase all the way over there. Don't really have a good path to get there, honestly. Oh, nice. Somebody's in a trap right there. The trapper's far, so I'll go for that. Dude, this trapper's getting him now, bro. Look at him go. I got out. He's trying to run far. Trying to see if this person will jump this pallet. Yeah, this is a pretty good spot to run, I think. This guy's playing well, I think. He kind of knows the rules of the road here. We're not really defending too many gens at this point, but I think that it's only like, ooh, nice spin. Okay, at this point the hatch will spawn, and so these guys might just get out. But this was a good game, I think. She doesn't know about me. She up there. She's sneaking us both. He knows about her though. She can have that one. And this last person is just looking for the hatch. I think we did pretty good, all things considered. They didn't finish all the gens. There's a hatch escape potential. There's plenty of, I think there are multiple hatches spawn. So in theory, she should be able to find this relatively fast. Overcharge. I really didn't play Billy like how he's meant to be played anymore. I still kind of just think about old Billy, how old Billy was played back in the day. Except for the flick. The flick's been gone for a long time. There's the person. Now we get to have a chase with him potentially. He's keeping the run. Trying to keep her locked a little bit. Trying to guess where she's going to go to. Oh. Alright, she's holding W. Again, she could very easily make it to the hatch if she happens to stumble across it. There we go. I'll do the kill, I think, because I got it. And just the old school Billy Mori here. Again, it's a violent game. It's a violent game, brothers. You gotta recall. Alright, but pretty well played, I think, all things considered. They were able to get a lot of gens. We were able to get all the kills. Full 8K with this guy here. Well played to him. GG's to everybody. Anyway, so this is DBD's 2v8 mode. So if you were interested, now you know. 2v8 waiting for the killer game is probably not worth it, but it was pretty fun. Anyway, that's all I got. See you guys.